Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure and leave those below. And be sure and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So right now what you're looking at is an archive file of 2015 and 2016 of my Filofax. What I want to talk about is specifically the inserts that go inside there. In the US we call that calendar. In Europe they refer to it sometimes as the diary. So with that in mind, typically what you'll find in my Filofax, you'll start off with the annual calendar, which is just taken over from the insert package that comes from Filofax. I don't use it too much for calendar, but what I will use it for is things such as notes and little reminders to me. So that starts off here, and then I go to the monthly calendar, and I have a wide variety here that I'll show you. This is more the vertical monthly look, where it's got the days listed here, and I like this one. This actually has tabs in it. Not that they all don't, but it's good to have that. It's a good glance to look and see what's going on. There you see it's kind of a busy month. See some highlighting. Then you also, though, have the ability to have more of the standard calendar that people are used to, something like this, which works out very nicely, where you have your columns, has a little bit of area for notes. This past year I did try to do the calendar from the monthly calendar from Franklin Covey. The main reason is because it would start with an index on the front, the 2-page calendar, plus a master task list. So that worked out very nicely for me. The problem with this is it starts with a Sunday of the week, and I always have everything, my mind is set to start on a Monday, so this was very confusing. So some of these other ones did start on a Monday, and that works better for me, but the Sunday start on a calendar just doesn't work. So typically I would have a monthly. I don't have that anymore, and you'll see that in a moment. The reason for that, I've done a master calendar now is online. So what I do is I'll just go from, everything gets updated online on a master calendar, and then when I go into my week, I'll lay it out on paper on the weekly inserts. So let's take a look at those now. So weekly, I have a combination here. Typically these are the ones that you'll see when you first get the Filofax. You have an area here, it's 2 pages per week. You have an area in the front that has just blank area where you can put in notes for the coming week, things that you may want to accomplish that not are assigned to a specific day. Then you have the days. Again, I point out though that the week starts on a Monday. So if my week starts on a Monday here, I want to make sure that my monthly calendar starts on a Monday for a week, because it's just too confusing to try to compare the two. What I do like about this one is you have full size for Sunday and Saturday. Some of them you'll see may have a smaller weekend. Well, my weekend's just as busy as during the week, so I like to have the same amount of size. So after my monthly calendar, I typically have a weekly. From there, and I have this laid out, from there I go into my daily inserts. And what you'll see here is this happens to be the 2 pages per day. And what that gives you is on the left hand side you have 2 columns. You have the schedule for the day, and then you have an area for notes or action items, to do items, things to do, those kind of things, and it works very well. This happens to be 2 pages per day. So what happens is you get a second page to deal with items such as what needs to get done today, action items, but also you get a little area for notes. This is where I may write down some expenses if I buy something or go out to lunch and I want to track certain things. I'll write it down here. If I'm tracking exercise, weather, tracking drinks, glasses of water, I'll put those in a little box here. So you typically find my binders where I have a monthly, and then a weekly, and then a daily. Now, as I mentioned a few moments ago, I did go to an online calendar, so my master calendar is online. So what you're going to see in a moment, what I'm currently using, I do not use a monthly calendar, but I still like to have the daily and weekly. So let's take a look at this. This is my newer I got it, just put it into service in September. It is my Malden in black. It's a personal size. So when we take a look at this, what we're going to look at is, I do trial, as I'm trialing right now, I'm trialing the vertical week on 2 pages. This happens to come from Germany. It's something that I was able to find, and I got it on Amazon from Germany, reasonably priced, but it's got a Monday start. Remember that. We like that Monday start. It goes through. The only negative is it doesn't have a full line or full column for the weekends, for Saturday and Sunday, so I do have to scrunch up a little bit. Hasn't been a showstopper, but it's something to be aware of. Now I also go with the calendar, but with lines. I also got this one from Germany. And this is the 2 pages per week, like what you saw, like typically what you get when you buy a new binder from Filofax. This has the area up front for to-do items, things that you want to remember for that week. And then it lays out Monday start again, and full size for Saturday and Sunday. Note the difference here, it's got lines on it. And I find the lines help me a lot in keeping things a little more organized. Typically what would happen is, let's say I start my week, and on Thursday I may have a 2 o'clock and a 6 o'clock. So I got to kind of estimate where that would be on the lines. Well, I have a 2 o'clock I may put there, a 6 o'clock there, and then all of a sudden it comes up with I got a 9 o'clock meeting afterwards, or a 10 o'clock. And the lines, I find lines 1, it keeps me focused, it keeps me kind of organized a little bit better, a little neater to do that. So I do like the lines. I do get these from Germany. So this would be my weekly that I'm currently using. And then I go into, I'm using right now the professional range. This is day on 1 page. So you look at these, and what they are, let me get one here. And this is a complete day on 1 page. So this happens to be Tuesday the 18th coming up, and there's Wednesday the 19th. See, a little different. It's not your typical layout that we saw, and I used this last year with this layout. This is something new. So well, I'm trialing it, and so far it's working out. It does have your schedule up here. It does have 2 lines, so you can have the hour plus the half hour, which I like. And then you've got an area down here for phone calls that you have to make, emails you have to send, anything like that. I typically use it for a little bit of notes, mostly for personal items to do and business or work-related items. And I typically use the format from GTD. So if I am waiting for something to be delivered, or somebody to call, I'll put a waiting for here. If I have to make a phone call, I'll put it there. If I have to send an email, I'll put it there, and so forth. So that seems to work out well. Also, what I like about these is they come with, and this is called the professional, right? We call it the professional range. And it does have beginning of the week. It actually has a week on 1 page. So it's got Monday through Sunday. Again, Monday start. Again, that's why you can see a monthly calendar with Sunday starts would really be confusing. But this has the Monday start, 7 days a week, so I can put some notes here. They can either be items that I have to do, could be work items, could be appointments, could be action items. So that works out very nicely. And then I have a couple months. I have the January, a little bit of December. I have January and February in there, and then I've got other things we'll talk about in another video with notes and projects, like action items from GTD and so forth. So overall, that works very well. Like I said, I started years ago with the monthly. Now I don't need it because the master calendar is online, but I still like to have my weeklies. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with the vertical or go with the horizontal. That's what I'm trialing both this month and see. I thought the vertical, because I really like the vertical on A5, so I thought the vertical and personal would be good. It's not sure it's working out, but you'll see a video coming up in a couple weeks on that. So again, this is my newer, I just put it in service in September, my newer Malden Personal. Really like it a lot, so much so that since I bought this in September, I've since bought the pocket size black Malden as well as the A5, and I'll talk about those in another video. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below, and be sure and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.